Hi guys, today we're going to be sketching an upholstered lounge chair, and this is what it's going to look like. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to use a B pencil on paper, white paper, and I'm going to do the bottom of this, the footprint that this lounge chair is going to be in. So I'm going to go ahead and do my base of this rectangle. I'm going to do my vertical lines for this rectangle, maybe the height of the top of this lounge chair, and then I'm going to kind of think about the proportion of the height versus the width. So maybe I'm extending that a little bit more. I'm going to go ahead and think about where the seat height is going to be and kind of lightly sketch out that box. Okay, I'm going to lightly sketch that out, and then I start to kind of think about the curves that this chair is going to have, and I will do everything pretty lightly until I really like something. So now I'm going to go ahead and give it some thickness for the seat and the thickness for the back, and kind of slowly, the form slowly comes together. So I'm thinking about the seat base, and whatever curve I have here, I'm going to mimic on the other side. And I just kind of sketch things out very lightly. I try to offset it so it's similar to the other side. There's the base of this, so it'll stop right there. And the whole time, the reason I'm doing everything very lightly is just to see if I like it. You're always going to observe what it is that you're drawing to see, what's the angle. So I realize my angle needs to be higher so that the back of the lounge chair is almost like a bucket when you're sitting in there, so you're more relaxed, more a relaxing pose. So that means that I will now see the bottom of the back leg a little bit more. So again, everything is super sketchy, very light until I like something, and then I'll darken it. And so you can see there's a lot of sketch lines. I don't even bother erasing. And I'm going to go ahead and draw a throw pillow on this thing and get that form down. You can get some thickness to it, and just kind of massage the shape of the chair. The lines are now a little bit darker because I'm liking this particular shape more. And then I'll switch over to the 6B so that when I start shading, it's going to be a softer lead. And right now this pencil is very sharp, so the lines that I'm drawing for the perimeter or the outline look very sharp, and that's the way I like it. And then I just start shading and giving some line technique to show some volume, so it's not super flat. If I just outline it, it's very flat, but once I start shading it, it'll look more three-dimensional. And then the good thing about the shading part is it hides all the sketch lines that I have underneath. So right now you can see all the sketch lines. Later on, by the time I finish shading it, most of those go away, and the ones that remain I don't really see as much. But anyway, the rest of the video will show how I go about shading, and I'll see you soon. Now when I get the values of my shadows as dark as I'd like them to be, I'll start using the paper stump to kind of drag my shadows a little bit and maybe kind of blend my areas so that I have some medium tones, so that I'm not sitting there shading all day long. So it's a quick way to get some values spread around your form. And that's about it. So I'll sit there and I'll shade, and you can still see some of my sketch lines, but because I spend so much time moving the shadows around, my eyes don't go to my sketch lines directly, so it doesn't bother me. Now I'm going to use a sharp pencil and I'm going to define the edges a little bit more until I'm happy with the form. Maybe go a little bit darker where I feel it needs to be darker to show some contrast between edges or planes. And then after I do that, I'm going to take my eraser and I'm going to go ahead and erase the areas around the edges, my extra sketch lines. And then I'll also use the eraser to kind of showcase the highlighted areas of my chair. So it has some highlights as well as shadows. And that's it. This is how I approach shading and drawing a chair. Alright, so here's the finished product. I hope it helps you. The more you practice, the better you're going to get at it. I'll see you next time.